Core classes aren't exactly the highlight of a student's career. If you have any doubt, listen to math major Matt Shriver.
They're completely ridiculous. Waste of money, waste of time. When am I ever going to use any of that knowledge in my life ever again? World popular music and identity, making me diverse, seriously? Alright, so I know how to play some African drums. When am I going to use that as a math teacher?
A solution to core may be I-Series classes, a new pilot program that will allow students to examine big picture questions, look at ways intellectual traditions address them, and teach them about contemporary problems like the energy crisis. Journalism professor Ron Yaros was happy to jump at the opportunity of teaching one of these courses.
It was exciting to see that the university, for one, is looking forward and looking at new ways to teach general ed.
The pilot program has 24 classes, and they will begin this spring semester. Yaros tells us about the class he's teaching, called Information 3.0, Exploring Technological Tools.
Information 3.0 is my conceptualization of introducing all students on this campus, not just journalism students, with the tremendous amount of sources and information that we now have, and for all the students to not only see how various media are now being used in everyday life, whether it's what they're doing at work, how they're learning new skills, how they're communicating, how they're socializing, the entertainment that they're engaging in. And what I'm trying to do is not only share with everyone on this campus the latest and greatest things that they may not be aware of, but also to pursue some of the more sensitive topics such as privacy, how to make your, when it comes to education, how to make your paper more accurate, how to make sure that your sources are credible. A lot of the things that we now have to be thinking about that we didn't have to 10 years ago, prior to the time when we were bombarded with all this information.
If his class isn't enough to get you interested in checking out I-classes, there are others that may pique your interest. Acting Human, Shakespeare and the Drama of Identity will look at human identity through reading Shakespeare plays. Genetical Modified Humans, Physical Performance in the Post-Genomic Era will examine new technologies that could change what it means to be human. And classes like HIV/AIDS in a global perspective will look at pressing problems in the world today. Shriver has completed his core, but he might have taken I-Series classes if he could do it again.
The I-Series classes seem a little more pertinent or applicable to everyday, real life than some of the core classes that seems like I'm never going to use it again.
You may not be able to get rid of a lab science or literature course, but for your other core requirements, I-Series classes may provide a fun way of learning about real issues in today's world. In College Park, for Terp Weekly Edition, I'm Matt Butner.